Okay. Well, hello. Welcome to High Vibe Tribe Radio. I'm your host, Liz Garcia, and I'm also the founder of the MindBodySpiritNetwork.com. And every week we want to bring you really pioneering intuitive healers and coaches, visionary thought leaders, luminary agents of change, you name it. We're here to shift your thinking about everything. And we're hoping that many of these people can help you to reimagine what's possible in your life and cut you free of limiting beliefs that have held you back in the past in whatever aspect of life that you may be in, or any part of your life that needs a little TLC. So today I am very happy to welcome Linda Armstrong. She is a premier member of the Mind, Body, Spirit Network, and she is what I would call a pioneering intuitive healer and coach. And we're going to welcome Linda into the tribe today. We're talking high vibes today, keeping it high.
Yeah.
And, you know, I really am fascinated by people that are highly intuitive. I mean, we're all intuitive, right, Linda?
Yes.
We all have the gift of intuition.
Absolutely.
But some of us really know how to fine tune it and really study and work it. So we're going to talk about Linda's energy healing gifts. She is also a certified master law of attraction energy coach, which is fantastic. I love law of attraction and understanding how we attract and manifest things in our life. So, my dear, let's find out more about you.
Okay.
You have really awesome gifts. And I want to know, let's first talk about the energy healing side of what you do. Or would you rather talk about the law of attraction coaching side? I think that's what got you started in all of this, isn't it?
That's what got me started in all of it, but it turned into healing after just different things that went on. I was kind of guided every step along the way to come to healing.
So what do you mean you were guided every step of the way?
Well, I teach karate. I'm an instructor. I've been doing karate for 30 years.
Ooh.
And
are you a triple black diamond belt or what?
I have a 3rd degree black belt, yes.
Oh, so it goes beyond a single black belt?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. It's like skiing. It's a black diamond, a double black diamond, triple. So you're the triple black diamond in the karate world.
Yeah. Well, and my husband just got his 7th degree this past week. So, and he's also a healer as well. But, that's
okay.
Yeah.
How high can you go?
Well, ultimately 10, but truly never 10 because you're always growing and expanding,
Okay. Gotcha. So would you see this as kind of like a stepping stone into law of attraction stuff?
Absolutely, because it's all about energy as well in the martial arts. But what happened was I had a tear in my rotator cuff and I couldn't move my arm, and I was teaching with one arm basically and thinking, I want to find something I can do with anyone, anywhere in the world at any time. So that brought me to internet marketing. But then as you find your passion at the time.
That's a softball you threw at me. I mean, what do you call that? A slider.
Okay. So basically, what I decided to do then was, doing the internet marketing thing, find what your passion was. So my passion had to do with law of attraction, because at that time I was really more into energy with crystals and law of attraction and things like that.
Okay.
So then in finding my passion, I somehow happened across and took a law of attraction coaching course.
So what is that all about? What do you learn in law of attraction coaching?
Well, you learn to coach through law of attraction principles, through using energy.
Okay.
Yeah. So if anybody out there knows of Abraham Hicks, that's basically, there are a lot of processes that they've come up with that we use in law of attraction coaching.
Okay.
So really it's changing your energy to create what you want, because everything that you send out is what you get back.
Okay.
A lot of times we don't realize where the blocks are.
Yep.
It's kind of hard to see for yourself. So anyway, it was law of attraction coaching. Then I stumbled upon some meditation class I wasn't even supposed to be invited to.
Yeah.
That's when I was guided. Things just came my way along my path.
Okay.
So I took this course, started it in, say, October of whatever year that was. And then by Christmas, I decided I had enough with the shoulder injury and I was going to have a surgery.
Ah.
But at a Christmas party, speaking to other people who do karate with me, who have had the surgery and the misery that are surrounding it, I just heard or sensed or felt in some way, you can heal this yourself.
Cool.
So I thought, okay, that's interesting. I'm not having the surgery. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm not having the surgery.
Okay, so let's back up for half a second. When you say you hear you can heal this, who's talking to you? Where are you hearing this from? Is this like an intuitive hit, or what is it?
No, it's an intuitive hit, and at the time I didn't exactly know where it was coming from.
Okay.
I just knew that it came.
Okay.
And I can't even tell you if it was like I heard it with my ears or just sensed it with my body. I just knew it. I just somehow knew it. It's like claircognizance, right? I just knew it.
Okay.
So, and that was like a break from this meditation course I was on over the Christmas break. January starts a whole new cycle. I have classes every month, the first 3 weeks of every month. Very first class was all about self-healing.
In the meditation course?
Yeah. Okay. Who would have known? I just make this decision. I can heal myself. Next thing I know, I'm in this class that's teaching me how to heal myself.
Cool. That's pretty simple.
Yeah, I healed it within 2 months.
Nice.
No surgery, done.
Yes.
So that was like the beginning of the whole thing.
Okay. So I'm going to back up just a little because I want to talk about law of attraction for a minute. Okay. There's a lot of people that are aware of the law of attraction, and I became aware of it when I picked up the book, and I was super sensitive to kind of the vibration of it, and it lit me up like a light bulb. I'm like, holy crud, this is powerful, whatever it's saying. And I love listening to Esther and Jerry Hicks. They're lovely. Mm-hmm. And I love the wisdom that they're sharing. But people need to understand deeper about the law of attraction, which you understand now, because I didn't go deep enough and I wasn't realizing that beliefs were totally getting in my way. So then I started to be a naysayer about the law of attraction, except for the fact I realized I was attracting stuff that just wasn't what I wanted.
Yes, but this is the key right there, what you just said, because you're attracting what you're vibrating out, whether you want it or not.
Uh-huh.
So what a lot of people didn't get, and it wasn't actually really made clear in the book, is that it's about vibration. It's not just saying these words and, okay, I make this decision and this is coming to my life.
Yeah.
You're going to make this decision that, I create an abundance of wealth in my life. But meanwhile, you've got, bill collectors knocking at your door. Your energy is like dread over what's happening currently in your life.
Yeah.
You have to be able to switch that energy.
Yes.
To the energy of creating wealth.
Cool. So let's get into the energy healing part of what you do and understanding. So when I came to know you, Linda, and you gave me that nice little freebie session so I could get a taste for all the goodies that you offer, a really important aspect of what you're doing, and we'll get into each type of energy healing that you're doing, but I feel, and I've come to understand the importance of muscle testing, the truth of anything, as well as it's also known as applied kinesiology. And I love that you use this in your practice because you're getting out of the way and the body's telling you what is true. And a lot of people will be naysayers about how's the body going to tell me what's true? But when you start using this technology, essentially, super simple technology, then you're like, okay. And Linda, I'm going to just share a little bit about our session that you asked me. So essentially you'll say, you'll have statements to test the truth of. And what would be some common, is there any common things that you test to get started with somebody?
Well, it always starts with a conversation. So I see what it is.
Okay. Our sound just went out on Linda.
Is that there?
Hold on. You're going to have to repeat that, Linda, because some internet connection problem.
Right. I saw that.
So you start off with the conversation when you're working with somebody.
Yeah. And so that, because, I have to feel into what it is that they want to work on. Okay. And through the conversation, I'll hear things or I'll sense things as to what might be the blocks. And so we'll test those things.
Okay. So this is your intuitive side coming through, that you're fine tuning all the time when you're working with people.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an intuitive thing in the conversation, but then it goes even deeper, because then you just start channeling the healing once you know what it is that you're working on, right?
Okay.
So, but you can test, beliefs. So if someone's, wanting to further their career or something like that, so maybe it starts to come out, they don't feel confident, or they don't feel that what they offer is that they're worthy of an increase in their pay or whatever, that we'll find things to test.
Yes.
And then we'll test, I am confident. And if you get a yes, great. If you get a no, okay, that's a belief we need to work on.
Right. So I want to interject that we all think we know ourselves. Many of us, think we know it all. And many things that you tested with me was like, no, not true, not true, not true. I'm like, it's very humbling.
Yeah.
When you realize the body knows really what's going on. And this is where law of attraction, you need to understand that vibe going on with you, and muscle testing and some applied kinesiology. And we're going to share some of this with the audience below this video. You'll be able to access some of this great wisdom that Linda has. But it's like, no guess. You don't need to guess. Let's just test it. And it's like, okay, this is where we need to focus.
Yeah. And
I love that you, as a facilitator of this, you're getting where you really got to focus to get started, right? It's like, okay, there's something fumbling around here that maybe I don't know about, but you're sensing and getting information about it. So then and maybe that first thing is what needs to get out of the way before you can address the next thing. Is that kind of what's happening?
Yeah, kind of like that. But even when you think you find the belief, okay, we know we have to clear the belief, I am confident. No, that's what you're testing. I am confident.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
But it might be deeper than that.
Right.
So we just go into it and talk through a conversation and find out what's going on. And the person will tap into some things that have affected them in some way. And then you take it deeper. So if you can get down to like a more of a bottom belief, all of the other beliefs standing in the way are cleared. So cool. I am confident. No, could be one that's kind of up here at the surface, but there's really something more deeper down.
Yeah. It's kind of like a Jenga puzzle, right?
Yeah.
You try to get at that bottom one and pull it the hell out of the way.
Right. And then the rest of it just goes away.
Cool.
So that's sort of, kind of thing that's done with theta healing.
Okay. So you focus on two modalities of energy healing. You would call them energy healing, right? Or not?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So let's start with theta healing. And I have to say I have another member who is a really gifted theta healer who I met her 4 or 5 years ago, and her intuitive abilities and use of this methodology is pretty astounding what's coming up. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about theta healing, and how would you describe it?
Well, theta healing will clear the things that are blocking you, and you can find it through the beliefs that you hold.
Okay.
And then you can, so you pretty much pull those beliefs and you send them up to Creator, because we're channeling Creator, God, all that is, Spirit, whatever you have a name for that energy.
Okay.
That is the energy of all things.
Yeah.
That's the energy that's being channeled. So really, once I know what I'm working on, then I make that connection and I hear what is the most needed at this time for that person to work on.
Okay.
So then we start working on that, and I'll just receive intuitively what things to clear.
Okay.
So it's partly the conversation that we have.
Yep.
The things we uncover, but then when I make the connection, then I go even deeper and I see what it comes to me, what I'm being told. And sometimes things pop in. I was working with someone the other day on a particular thing, and I'm hearing something about teasing. And I'm thinking that makes in my mind, my rational mind, that makes no sense, because that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But I know better, because I'm not going to doubt Creator. I mean, Creator knows, right?
Yeah.
So I asked my client about something to do with teasing, and boom, hit the nail on the head. There was so much energy attached to, as a child, being teased for speaking his truth.
Yeah.
So then, I went in, I pulled the trauma from all of that past experience. This is what you can do with theta healing. You pull the trauma, you replace it with just pure love. And then you start working on the beliefs. You're changing the beliefs. A lot of it is giving downloads of what it would feel like to have my words be received well. You know, like you get downloads of feelings and programs you can absorb and take in.
Okay.
Okay. So there's actually a lot to it, but we find it through testing beliefs.
Cool. And I would think, what do you feel your clients are really grateful for during this process? Is there some, you know, I think just knowing that you have beliefs that you didn't know are pretty darn valuable.
Well, it's kind of like the spotlight goes on and they're like, oh, I haven't even thought about that. And, you know, I have to say some of this isn't this life experience.
Oh.
So you can't exactly follow it up because
you got to excavate.
Yes.
You become an archaeologist of past lives.
That's a good word for it. Yes.
Oh, cool. I used the word.
So some of it comes from somewhere else, you know.
Oh.
And then
seriously, why do we have to bring that in? I mean, why not, though? You know,
there must be a purpose for it.
There's a purpose. It's so that Linda can see that you got past life stuff going on, which is kind of fun and interesting.
No, it's all for growth and expansion, you know.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So the other healing method you use is called the gate method healing. And I know you wanted to use this on me, but we didn't get that far. But why don't you tell me about that methodology and what's that all about?
Okay. So it's interesting you said we didn't get that far because you weren't gonna let me in there, and that's why it didn't happen.
Yeah, the gate was closed.
Yeah. So really,
my gates are open now, honey.
Okay, we can try it another day.
Okay.
So the gate. All right. So anyway, the reason why we couldn't do that, because intuitively, I'm going to use whatever modality I think will bring up the most for me to clear.
Okay.
Right? So with the gate, it works really through the body, but in a different way. I'm not testing for beliefs. I'm actually having you create a scenario like you're speaking to your body.
Okay.
You know, how would it be and what it would feel like in general as I, expand in my career and gain, whatever it is. I don't know. We make up a story, as I bring a new love into my life, as I'm happy in this relationship and loving my life, whatever it is that you want to create, show me how it would be and what it would feel like in general, having released all this excess weight, working out, feeling great in my life, like whatever the person is that they want to work on. I have them say a statement internally, not even out loud, into their body, ask me, so show me how it would be, what it would feel like having this scenario.
And so then you're asking the body to show you this?
Yes.
Okay, so it's having a relationship with your body.
Well, no, you're gonna make a statement, right?
Okay, yep.
Now, because your body is your vehicle you travel the earth on, right? So it knows what's going on. That's where we're releasing this energy. It's held in the cells of your body, right? Through ThetaHealing, through gate, we're releasing that energy and we're bringing in pure positive love in replace of it. So you're bringing back your own chi, ki, prana, whatever you want to call it, by releasing this energy. So with the gate, you make a statement. And then if you have resistance, there's something that's preventing you from losing this weight or from gaining this new position in your career or from having love in your life, whatever it might be, your body will have a sensation that won't be comfortable. So if there's resistance, you're going to feel maybe pressure in your chest. People get a headache. They get itchy. They have a pain shoot down their leg. They start twitching. All sorts of things can turn on. You get really hot. You get really cold. So it's all resistance. Then I clear it. Okay, but if you're feeling great and you're just zenning out, then we know there's no resistance. So then I can work on manifesting what we just asked for.
So you're asking the client how they're feeling during this process? Yeah. Okay. So
I'm always checking in.
What's going on
with them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The goal is to go a good 5 minutes or so without anything turning on as resistance. So things will turn on and I'll clear it. And then something else will turn on and then I'll clear it.
Okay.
So we'll just keep going till all of this energy is cleared. And then what you find is you get into this really beautiful energy place, like a meditation, your best meditation ever. So we call it the opening state. So you're in this opening state where you're just open. You're released of all this energy that was in your way. And now you're just bringing in the healing is coming in. So we ask for this embodiment that we just created.
Okay.
Embodiment, because you're asking your body, how would it be and what would it feel like having blah, blah in my life, right?
Yep.
So then we do the manifesting there. But you have to go a good period of time without anything turning on.
Ah.
Because it'll happen.
By a good period of time?
A good 5 minutes or so. And then I'll do a manifesting technique so that we can manifest this. You tell your body, you know what, I asked that this manifest in my life. And then I have you just be in that energy, which is like really pretty like bliss.
Yeah.
This is the energy there, and you're just floating in that energy.
Nice.
And that's all the healing's coming in. So you actually leave after people, you leave my place feeling like a whole different person.
I did experience different states of it. This was a nice feeling working with you. It really was, even remotely, I'd like to say, because you're in New York, I'm in Colorado, and it still was effective, and I could feel the difference.
Right.
So,
well, that's
just so it's for our audience out there, that remote healing is absolutely doable.
Oh yeah, that's the thing, because it's energy.
Yeah.
Energy doesn't know walls. There's no walls. There's no distance. It's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So why don't we talk about some issues that you've been able to help people with that are pretty, like, whoa, holy moly, look at that. Is there any particular cases that you'd like to bring up or mention? I think I noticed something about a woman who had issues with miscarriage. People having miscarriages, or
well, it was more clearing for her, clearing the blame and the resentment she had for herself.
Yeah.
Having to forgive herself because she blamed herself for something that was, not her fault.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a lot of energy that comes around experiences like this.
Yes.
When you're holding that energy, it's very hard to, if you want to, get pregnant again, it's very hard to
let it in.
Allow that to happen. Yeah.
So that actually makes me think, what are some common beliefs that are getting in many of our ways? What would you say is there a most common belief that gets in everybody's way?
Well, I'm not good enough.
Ha! That is a big one.
It's a huge one.
Yeah.
Anything to do with confidence, success, failure. I mean, you could be trying your best to have these great ideas, but your bottom belief is nothing works for me.
That's no good.
Failure.
Yeah. That's a big roadblock.
Here's a good one, especially with things like law of attraction, energy healing. Well, it may work for other people, but it doesn't work for me.
Exactly. That's a good one to flag right here and now.
Yeah.
So if you were to work with someone who had that belief, that client, if they're watching this, let's say someone wants to work with you, they should say right up front, I think everything you're doing isn't going to work for me. And so then you got to address that first.
Well, yeah, and I can a lot of times sense that though.
Oh, you can, of course.
Yeah. So, and I'll do clearings for that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So will you even bring it up if someone doesn't even mention it? If you feel it, will you say, you know what? You got resistance.
Would you like to clear any, I'll just test for some beliefs,
Oh, okay, cool.
Energy healing works for me.
Yeah.
My problem can be solved with energy healing. It's a yes or a no. If it's a no, okay, I got to go in there and help them clear that, because they want it. They know it's helped other people and they really want it, right?
Yeah.
But if they have that belief that it's not going to help them, then it's not going to help them.
Right. Yeah. So, I want to talk about you. I want to bring this up because I find it fascinating. The courses that you just took to enhance what you're already doing really well. And let's talk about the course you took in the last 3 weeks, because a lot of energy healers are moving forward and finding, there's so much interesting and pioneering modalities going on out there. You got to go learn from others.
Yeah, well, if you're drawn to it,
Yes.
some healers aren't drawn to learning more things because they're just not drawn to it, and what they're doing is working. So what I was doing was working, but I was just, again, I just got this hit. I have to do, and I need to take this course.
So tell us about the course. I think it's great.
if I feel something's pulling me to take it, then I just have to take it. I just trust it.
Yes.
And so I'll go and I'll take that course. So the course that I just completed was a ThetaHealing course, and it's called Intuitive Anatomy. So that's about looking into the body, into the different body systems, and seeing what's going on in there. And again, of course, we make that connection to Creator.
Yeah.
And that's the guidance we receive, being able to see what's what within the system and what to work on. And it doesn't mean it has to be physical, because actually everything within the body holds certain different, energies or beliefs or things. So, there's a lot to it, and it's a class that I've absorbed, and I'm still working through it because it's a lot of information.
Okay. It was 3 solid weeks, right?
Yeah. Different
8-hour days.
Yeah. And different body system each day. So you're taking in, a lot in 15 days. And it's there, I know it. I've absorbed it all.
Cool.
But it comes out when I'm working.
Oh, good. And you got to work on other students in this class. So you were putting the test.
We're working on it. Yeah.
I would assume you've got to have some certification in Theta Healing before you move into this, or not?
Oh, no, there's prerequisite classes before that. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's super valuable information if you ask me.
Yeah.
I mean, why dive into major heart surgery if you can maybe get a peek at what's going on there first, right?
Yeah.
Is that kind of the...
Well, it doesn't hurt.
It does. I agree. It doesn't hurt. Yeah. I would say the same thing. I wouldn't tell someone don't do this, but you might want to wait a day or two.
Right. Because who knows what's going to happen. What insight might come. I don't know.
Right. Cool. And then the classes you're taking next are super fascinating. And why don't you tell us what that's going to be?
This next and prerequisite to this class I'm taking would be that
the one you
anatomy class.
took. Okay.
So this one is called Disease and Disorder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so a lot of it has to do with clearing my beliefs around all these different diseases and disorders that I'll be helping my clients with.
That's awesome. Because
then I'm a totally clear channel without any of my own junk getting away from allowing that healing to come through.
That's super important. I love that topic.
And it's another thing, like, who would have thought of that, right?
I know. A theta healer.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
That's super fascinating. So you're just cleaning up your channel so that all of this is even better. Yeah. All right. So transformation coaching, let's hit on that one just quickly, because you really tie in the law of attraction with your energy healing. So you have a nice combination of gifts that you're bringing to the table and skills to help people in a coaching capacity. So what are people coming to you for? Is there, a single topic, or what are you doing?
It could be anything. So anything that you're struggling with in your life and you just feel like you can't break through it, well, it's all energy that's in the way. So the energy can be removed or cleared through the different energy healing modalities, but also things you can do to work with in your day-to-day life that you implement each day to bring you forward, to change your way of thinking, basically. Yeah. So you're not recreating things over and over again. So you find ways to step out and do things a little differently that are more in a way that will bring you forward.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty awesome, or a nice bonus, to work with someone like you that takes that coaching an extra step, that you can see stuff that's in the way instead of guessing.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up here, my dear.
Okay.
And if anyone in the audience would like to connect further with Linda Armstrong, she can be found at the mindbodyspiritnetwork.com/Linda-Armstrong. Trying to keep it simple there.
Yes.
And you can also connect with her wherever you're watching this video. There should be links to connect with her further. And she has some great resources that we'll include in her member listing page as well. So you can take some of her information and put it to the test right now, or just jump in and have a little chat with Linda. You got to know her here. I highly recommend her. I've met a lot of, pioneering healer types, and I'm so glad to have her in our tribe.
Thank you.
And if you'd like to see more of these interviews, you can find them at the mindbodyspiritnetwork.com/interviews. Linda, is there anything more you'd like to add before we go?
No, I don't know. Not that I could think of at the moment.
You're a delight to chat with, and I love having you here.
Well, I think I would just end with, for anyone who feels like they're up against something that cannot change, they feel like there's no way, it always can change, because truthfully, everything is energy, and you can always create change, and that we are very powerful beings, and we have no clue is the problem.
Yes.
How to tap into that energy. So really, all of energy work is about really tapping into what you already have within you.
Yes.
So that so you can utilize it and bring it out, and live the life you came here to live.
Cool. And you facilitate all of that. So it's nice to have people like you around to do this.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda.
Right.
And
Bye-bye.
your website, let's mention that. Linda's website is lovemylife.coach.
Yes.
All right. Have a great afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining me.
All right. Thank you, Liz.
High Vibe Tribe woman.
All right.
Thank you.